100 meters left to the finish line. Autostrada is in the lead. Blue Boy is second place, but here comes Colorado. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and to the review of Colorado, the Racehorse from the Wilderness by Helena Mansen. This is an amazing novel that really piqued my interest while I read it. You know, it's been a while that I read novels that have to do with horse racing, novels that ask the theme of horses encapsulated in it, novels that are centered on particular theme, title and subject, and this is very amazing because it introduces me into a new world, a world of horses, a world of the jockey, and quite a lot of other themes as far as horses is involved. You know, I enjoy novels that introduce me to something new, and that's what I experienced actually while I read through Helena Mansen's Colorado. It is amazingly written. It is awesome. I love the writing style. I'm quite intrigued that despite the fact that this novel is a work of translation, it still makes for an interesting discussion. It made for an interesting read. To have it in this English version that is quite amazing like this, I cannot imagine what the original version would look like. My review of this book is actually going to be a spoiler-free as usual. I won't be talking too much about the book. I just want to give you a short video book recommendation for you to have an idea of what Helena Mansen has to communicate in Colorado, which is an amazing one. And the color, the brown and white color, follow on from the dispute that happens in the novel concerning Colorado's history, concerning the trouble that betides him if it's truly an English thoroughbred, and we're going to get to that as we proceed. So before I proceed in my review, I'd love to read to you the synopsis at the back page of the book. Tuva is an 18-year-old apprentice jockey, and one day a new horse arrives to the stable where she is working. A horse that does not look like an ordinary racehorse. It is a brown and white speckled skewbird. Colorado soon shows that he is a horse out of the ordinary and the fastest horse the Sulin trainer Benny ever had in his stable. Colorado is entered to the Swedish Derby, the most important race in Sweden, but there are those who think a skewbird belongs to a race course and lots of problems occurs. One of these forces Tuva to go to the United States of America, to the small mountain town Manitou Spring, to find out about his origin. And did he really run around up in the mountain as a foal? In the story, there is also Ida, that's 13, who wants to learn to ride like a jockey, the very old Arapaho Native America Yuma, and its grandchild Paco, 15, and Kelvy, a young Irish jump jockey, and many more. And that's actually what to stand to gain reading through this amazing book that really piqued my interest. Just like I finished reading in the synopsis section, I love the characterization. I love characters like Tuva, which is the protagonist. I love characters like Debbie, who do rare horses in the stable, and Tuva was privileged to work in the stable. I love characters like Ida, that's a 13-year-old girl who has a great obsession, who have a great admiration, love for horses, and she can do anything to acquire them. And quite a lot of other people like Kelvin and the amazing people that Tuva happens to meet when she traveled from Sweden to the United States. The novel is very amazing, more particularly to the characterization section, which I consider very pulling, very emotional, and it really made for an interesting discussion. It really made for an interesting read. So this book actually details the story of Tuva, who is a young jockey and had a great love, a great admiration for horses from a very young age. Tuva had involved herself in a lot of horse race, whereby at the first instance, towards the beginning part of the book, she came 7th. That's the horse that she rode, came 7th. And I think the horse had some issue, which eventually Benny and other people, Tuva's friend, told her that, don't blame yourself. I think that horse is the one that has some issue. He has some problems and stuff like that. So afterward, actually, whenever this race is being done, the horses that partake in the race will be taken to a particular place just to check them to make sure that they're all right. And also, any horse that wins this match, that comes the first position, are taken to this particular place just to check that they are not on drugs, there's no injection, something like that. And apart from the storyline of the novel, one of the things that I can grab that really piqued my interest and I love about the story is the fact that it introduces me to the world of Racehorse, the world of horses, and how all of these things work, which I'm not too much familiar with. So Tuva, during her first time of racing horse, came the 7th position. Another time she was privileged to ride the horse called River, and again she was privileged to ride the horse Colorado. It came first with her head ahead of the second jockey, and here Tuva was so excited. She was full of excitement and people were congratulating her. Amazing, amazing, lovely, brilliant. Then as the story kept unfolding, as it kept going on, there comes Benny, who also does this horse of a thing, and Benny had a fantastic horse in his stable by name Colorado. That's where the story comes from. Actually, the particular horse that Tuva rode the first time that she came first was Colorado, and from here there is this kind of suspicion from the other jockey, people thinking that I don't think that horse is an English thoroughbred. An English thoroughbred is only the horse that is acceptable to participate in such race, and as such there's this guy called Lugax who went an extra mile trying to prove to everybody that Colorado is not an English thoroughbred and as such should not be allowed to race. So this leads to a lot of contemplation, a lot of problems, a lot of controversies about the real identity of Colorado, about the history of Colorado, and sometimes when Lugax and other silly cop come attacking Benny over the horse that he has in his stable, still over Colorado, it often offends him and he'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about. This horse is thoroughbred. I have no idea what you're talking about. But as the story keep unfolding, those guys were insisting and Benny was frustrated. He had to come to Tuva and tell her of the problem at hand. Then Tuva took it upon herself and said, don't worry, I would love to visit America. I would love to find out the story of Colorado. So following on Tuva's internet search, she was able to find Colorado's mother or father thereabout and track him back to the United States. Once Tuva got to the United States from Sweden, it was quite an amazing introduction. I love the characterization here. I love the storytelling techniques. I love the description of most of the scenes here. And the family that Tuva met here, they are a set of amazing people. And though there's some hidden reality towards the history of Colorado that at first they insist from revealing to Tuva just because of some certain things that I think will be reviewed as the story keep unfolding in the second book series. So here Tuva having long-term discussion and they were able to take her to take her around to some stables and to some horse section in the United States. So this actually followed on to the point whereby Tuva got the information that she's looking for and she had to come back to Sweden. You know, I don't want to spoil the book. I don't want to give everything out. I just want to make it a short, spoiler-free review just so you can have an idea of what Helena Mansen has had to communicate in this awesome novel titled Colorado that really piqued my interest. However, I love to leave you in the verge to know if Colorado was involved in the Swedish Derby, despite all the challenges, despite all of his haters, despite the attempt of Bill Lugiax in order to stop him. This guy even went ahead to steal Colorado countless times. He also went ahead trying to inject him with a particular medicine just so he can restrict Colorado from participating in the Swedish Derby. I had no idea why an ordinary horse would have this such great an enemy, because Colorado is actually a great guy. He's a great horse. He's fantastic. I haven't seen him before physically, but I fell in love with his characterization, and I think this is one of the reasons why Bill Lugas and some other jockey are actually jealous of him. But then I want to live in the verge to know actually if Colorado was accepted, was allowed to participate in the Swedish Derby. Something exceptional happened towards some part of the novel that Tuva was recognized as a fox lady to ever win the Swedish Derby. I love it to find out how that happens. It's really an amazing read, actually. I love the characterization. I don't want to give too much away. I love the characterization. I love the storytelling techniques. I love the description of Colorado in the novel entirely. And all of it makes for an interesting discussion. Everything makes for an interesting read. If you'd love to get a copy of this book, if you'd love to get a copy of Colorado, I left a link in the description part of this review for you to get a copy directly on Amazon. You know, there's actually much to say about the book. There's much to say about Benny. There's much to say about the outcome of the Swedish Derby, which was very amazing, and I was so excited. And also, there's much to say about me discovering that this book is a series book, and this is a first translation. The second series is not yet translated. I'm looking forward to that too. There's a lot to say about this novel. There's a lot to say about it, and I also love to say that some part of it gets me familiar with, you know, vocabulary that has to do with essays, and some of it actually were inscribed towards the ending pages. You know, there's much to say about Colorado by Helena Mansen. It is amazing. It is wonderfully written, and I so much love it and recommend it to lovers of fiction and literature at large. If you watch this video to this point and you're yet to click on the subscribe button, I want to urge you to please click on the subscribe button over there. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you can get notified anytime I release new videos. Thank you so much for watching my short video book recommendation of Colorado by Helena Mansen. See you in my next video. Goodbye.